to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, do we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bayer,
Here.
Wilson,
Here.
LaShore,
Here.
Secord,
Here.
Townsend,
I'm here.
Miller here. We have a form.
Next, we have the adoption of the agenda.
I move that we approve the adoption of the agenda as presented.
Second. Motion been made and seconded to adopt the agenda tonight as presented. Any questions, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none.
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Next, we have approval of the minutes of the December 2nd, 2014 regular meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of December 2nd, 2014 special meeting as presented.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve the minutes of the December 2nd, 2014 regular board meeting. And everybody had a chance to look at it, no corrections, anything at all? Okay.
Who seconded it, I'm sorry?
I did.
Sure.
Thank you.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Moving on, special orders, and next we get to public comment. If you'd like to make public comment, you just come forward to the microphone, please. Anyone like to make public comment? One last time, anyone like to make public comment? Merry Christmas. Okay, thank you. Public comment is now closed. Any reports on finished business? Return to new business, the equipment pool budget for 2015.
I'll make a motion to approve the equipment pool budget for the fiscal year 2015 as presented.
Second. Motion been made and seconded to approve the equipment pool budget for fiscal year 2015 as presented. Everyone's had an opportunity to look through it. Anyone got any questions? Okay, do we have a roll call, please?
Wilson,
Yes.
Bayer,
Yes.
Miller, yes. LaShore,
Yes.
Secord,
Yes.
Townsend.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Okay, next we have the general fund budget amendments for 2014.
I'll make that motion to approve the general fund budget amendments for 2014 as presented.
I'll second that.
What's been made and seconded to approve the general fund budget amendments for 2014 as presented. Anyone have any questions? Hearing none, could you have a roll call, please?
Bayer,
Yes.
LaShore,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Miller, yes. Secord,
Yes.
Townsend.
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Thank you. Next, we have canceled public hearing date for a cemetery ordinance revision.
I'll make a motion to cancel the public hearing date of January 6, 2015 for the cemetery revisions for 2015.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to cancel the public hearing date of January 6, 2015 for the cemetery revisions for 2015. I think it's just a couple of issues that there will need some clarifications, some modifications, whatever, and then bring it back sometime in January or is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. Could we have a roll call, please?
LaShore,
Yes.
Secord,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Bayer,
Yes.
Miller, yes. Townsend?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Next, we have again a cancellation of the public hearing date for the water ordinance revision.
I'll make the motion to cancel the public hearing date of January 6, 2015 for the Water Department ordinance revision for 2015.
Support.
Okay. Motion been made and seconded to cancel the public hearing date of January 6, 2015 for water department ordinance revisions for 2015. Again, the same thing applies. Thank you. Anyone have questions there? Okay.
No? Okay.
You look like you had something in mind, goes out. All those in favor say aye.
Do you want a roll call on this one? You can forgive me.
I guess we can.
LaShure?
Yes?
Secord?
Yes.
Bayer?
Yes.
Miller, yes. Wilson?
Yes.
Townsend?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Next, we have the appointments for boards and commissions.
I will make that motion to approve the list of appointments for the boards and commissions
Second.
for 2015 as presented.
Second.
I put my glasses on for this one. So everyone understands how it works with these boards and commissions. The supervisor makes recommendations and then the board votes whether to approve or not. So I'll read the list of names. If anyone has anyone particular that they feel should be pulled and voted on separately, we can do that. Downtown Development Authority reappointment for a 4-year term expiring 12/31/18. Karen Fetcher, Jeffrey McNally, Roberta Plaker, and Eugene Turnbull. Planning Commission reappointments for a 3-year term expiring 12/31/17. Alberta Culpepper, Paul Busander, and Tanya Moore. Board of Review reappointments for a 2-year term ending 12/31/16. Robert Brown, Tim Hanyon, Tom Hoff. Hearing Officer reappointment for a 1-year term expiring 12/31/15. Michael R. Smith. And the Flint River Dike and Erosion Control Board reappointment for 1-year term expiring 12/31/15. John Spiro. Everyone all set? Motion is second. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none.
Motion is carried.
Okay. I'd just like to change one thing here if we can. I just transpose these 2 things here. I'd like to do the accounts payable checks now, and then we'll get into the appointment with the township trustee. Anyone have a problem with that? We'll still be keeping with the agenda that we approved.
Okay.
Well, I will make that motion to approve check number 57679 through 57720 in the amount of $147,800.42.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to approve checks 57679 through 57720, amount $147,800.42. Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, then we pay the bills.
Motion is carried. On to those.
Vanessa Guerra. Did I say now the Honorable? She's going on to Lansing, and I'm sure that we'll still see her occasionally. Give us an idea of what's going on in Lansing. The Republicans are treating you okay. I think I'm sorry. So now we're down to selecting someone to sit in Vanessa's seat for the remainder of the term, which would be when the next general election is in 2016. We have 6 people who declared interest in becoming a member of the board. Some of you are presently now sitting on the planning commission and the boards, one of the boards, whatever. Obviously, we have to narrow it down to one person. Just the only thing I can say is if you're not selected, I would hope that you don't take it personal, you continue to serve, because you're definitely appreciated in what you're doing now. Probably going to be a very tough decision for us, but when you're setting up here, you sometimes have to make tough decisions. So, what I'd like to do now is we'll do just kind of a quick interview. It's not going to be anything real lengthy. I'm trying for you, but at this point in time, if Tracy could, I would ask Tracy to escort our candidates over to the conference room. And then she will one at a time bring you back. Okay, as far as the board, I'm going to ask them why they think that they're the person that we should appoint to the board. If there's any board member who feels that you would like to ask a different question of any kind, we have to ask all candidates the same questions. If you feel at this time there's something you'd like to ask of each one of them, make that known. If not, we'll just proceed with what I asked them to go from there. Once the interview process is completed, we will then open it up for nominations. Nominations do not need to be seconded. Obviously, if we get one nomination, that person I would then ask to be declared winner by acclamation. If we have more than one nomination, we will then vote. And we will vote until one candidate gets 4 votes. Those are 6 of us. Anyone have any questions before I get started?
Haven't been tortured long enough back there.
Well, I went through this myself twice, because it was 2 interviews when I got on the board, so. I'm not going to ask what he said. Okay, I've got them laying in front of me, and there's no particular order, so at this point, Tracy, could you ask Mr. John Holt to come back in, please?
I know, it's quiet in here.
How are we doing, John?
So far, so good.
Okay. Just relax, just pretend it's just you and us.
And all of them.
and all those 50 people can. Just gonna ask you one question. We have 6 people who applied to be on board, and obviously we can only select one. Tell the board why you think you should be the one.
I guess my intentions to be involved in the community are to get more community involvement. Because right now, what the township is lacking is the community understanding what goes on in this office, in this building. We're having issues across the board, and I have ideas, I have, means of helping the community understand this office more. I'm selling myself short all the time. I'm coaching with Bill all the time because there's no involvement. The parents will come, they have busy lives, I understand that, but they drop their kids off and we need, that's just a simple example of what we need. We just need them to be involved. And our biggest problem right now is the lack of faith in the community. Because number one rally point, and I wrote you a letter explaining pretty much the exact same point. Number one rally point in the community is in school. If you lose faith in your school, you lose respect in your school, that is the community. Those are the kids that are growing up to be the next generation. They are going to be buying my house when I pass away, things of that nature. They're the next generation, or they're going to move away. And if you want community involvement, and you want honesty, straight facts, and not just the talk, the body doing the actions. I am involved in everything that I say I can be involved in. I'm throwing ideas at Heather for Bridge Fest. I tried a couple things, and one thing is sticking. I do the free fishing weekend. So I'm throwing ideas out there to get the community involved and to keep them on a straight line. And just trying not to lose completely in the community. I want my family, I want my neighbors all to be proud that we're from Bridgeport. And at this point, we're happy. But we could be happier. We could be more proud of what we're dealing with because of the situation with the schools. I think that we, as the township board, would need to address and create programs that we would hold the schools accountable for. And just be community involvement projects. Working with a PTA group, if there is one, or forming one, getting work-related, community-organized activities through Parks and Rec, through the schools, to work with them, to go both ways, to be our own entity, and to be the mediator in between the schools. Because we're losing the schools, we're losing the kids. And for me, I see it, I don't like it, and that's why I'm here. I'm not the person that's going to be getting on the school board, because my kids, unfortunately, at this point, don't go to Bridgeport schools. So my step one would be to get in the township board. Well, step one is Parks and Rec, but step two would be on the township board. And to have the community voice, to listen to them, and have the mentality of not telling somebody they're wrong, but this is how we can do it differently. So I guess it's just the communication, the planning, and the executing of getting our residents back involved and back proud of what we do here and what we can do. And a lot of our future is right now. And if we don't act as a community, then I think the worst times are going to be happening for Bridgeport and the schools and the residents just not being confident and having pride. So with that being said, I think that's my platform, and that is where I'm coming from, and I just want to be involved. I want to know what everybody's about, and I want to know that this is the best we can do. And if we can do better, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to be involved, do anything that it takes. So, like I said, I sell myself short all the time because I'm always doing something, running here, running there, doing anything. I try to support my local businesses, which in Bridgeport, no offense to anybody, but we are a stop on I-75 for gas and fast food. You know, that's it. What else is bringing people to our community? We don't have a huge draw for tourism. Number one, we'll say number one or number two tourist attraction, number one exit on I-75, and we're kind of a stepchild down the road, that we can do better. We can use our Parks and Rec to get tourism here. We can formulate other programs to get people in Bridgeport. They don't just stop here. They come here. They have fun here. They come back here. But at this point in time, get it and go. That's what people are doing on our exit. You know, and if we could formulate something image-wise to give us a better stance in the surrounding communities, it'd be 2 thumbs up. And more people would recognize Bridgeport rather than being on the cusp of BV and Saginaw. We are now on the cusp of everything. We are the center of Franklin, Bertrand, BV, Saginaw. We are the community. We can do a lot better. So I think that's where I'm at.
Thank you. Jennifer Gutierrez.
Okay.
Good? No, you take it over.
Oh, okay. I'll help you decide. Why would he think that's a question?
Mrs. Klein, Secretary.
Okay. Everyone has looked at your application and read it over, so there's 6 candidates, and obviously we have to select one, like I said. Can you tell us why you think you should be that person? Yeah, I think, could everybody hear before when he was talking? Anybody have a problem?
I could, but she's a little soft-spoken.
Okay. So the question is, why choose me?
Sure.
Is that the question? Why do you want? Why do you think that you're
Well,
best?
give us the reason why you think we should select you as opposed to the other 5 people.
Well, I don't know any of the other people very well.
I didn't mean you had to.
But I can't speak to you about what I bring to the table. And I guess I would say that I would offer the board maybe a different viewpoint. I am a worker for DHS. I'm a local 6,000 member and chief steward. I'm a member of the Union Civica Mexicana and help with their event planning. I'm living here in Bridgeport, and I have a young daughter that's in the school system. I'm very eager. I have a lot of energy, and I guess I'm just really excited at the opportunity.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Was that easy? Okay, thank you. Roberta, thank you.
Okay.
Good electric purse here, Sam. Okay, Roberta, I said to the other people that have been here, so at this point that we have.
Oh, that feels good.
Oh, You want to relax a minute?
Breeze.
We've got 6 candidates, and obviously, like I said, we can only pick one. You tell us why you think you should be that person.
Why I think well, you know, I've lived in Bridgeport over 50 years, and I served with Boy Scouts for 28, so I've always served the community. And now I'm done with Boy Scouts, and I want another way to serve the community, so I went to the township.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
That's it.
That's, unless there's something else you want to say, that's you.
Okay, thank you.
Tom Coates, please. Tom Coates.
Okay.
You know, that's bothered me since I've been sitting here. This is
That-
Darlene.
I feign it.
Tidy up a little bit while we're waiting. Back again.
Back again.
Okay. Like I said, these the others that have stopped by so far. We have 6 candidates. Obviously, like I said, we can only pick one. Can you tell us why you think you think we? You start over again. Do you think, can you give us an idea why you think we should pick you?
Well, I mean, I could give you all these titles and all these, you know, accomplishments and everything, but, I guess say it's, you know, what you guys call, you know, and I'm gonna respect you guys for whoever you pick. Obviously, I'm still gonna support you guys and all that stuff, but, really someone who's on the board should be willing to work with people. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, political affiliation, it shouldn't matter, you know, title or anything like that. It's, you know, why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you want a title, or are you doing this because you want a better Bridgeport, you know? And you want someone who's willing to make tough decisions. You guys all know full well about making tough decisions, you know, because there's gonna be, half people love you, half people hate you on every decision you make. And you're gonna have to be willing to be okay with that. If you know the end game is, hey, I am doing this because I know, even though people may not see it, I know this is better for Bridgeport. And that's what, you know, I love Bridgeport, you know, my family's here, you know, and I hope my family stays here. And I hope my kids grow up here, you know, if they choose to go, you know, go away to college, and, you know, I'll cry and stuff like that, but, you know, I understand, but I plan on raising my family here in Bridgeport, because it's a great little town, and I hope to be able to keep it a great town.
Okay, thank you. Bob Brown.
Okay.
Bob Brown.
Hey, how are you?
I've asked the other people, we have 6 candidates, 6 people that have requested to be on the board. We appreciate that, of course. But obviously, we can only select one, like I said. Could you tell us why you think you should be that person to select?
Well, I've been engaged in township, can't say politics, but I've been on several boards. Planning Commission, I'm the vice chairman. And on the Board of Review, I am the chairman there. And I've been there several years.
that it?
Yep, make it sweet and simple.
That's fine, thank you. And the last but not least, you can probably figure out who's next, right? Jamie? Like I said, last but not least. Okay, what I asked the other candidates is that 6 of you have declared that you'd like to sit on the board as a trustee. Obviously, like I said, we can only select one. Can you tell us why you think you should be the one who was selected?
Sure. And I apologize for my voice. Couldn't talk at all yesterday. I've lived in Bridgeport for almost 40 years and just interested in what the board is doing and feel like to be there to help as well. I have experience being on another board and some community. I'm on the couple other boards as a matter of fact. So just like to support my community.
Okay. That was easy. Okay, thank you. Go back to Tracy. Okay, now comes the tough part for the board. Mainly what we were doing there is bringing candidates up and just having them say a few words to see how comfortable they were. It's obviously when you're sitting here, you have to be put in that position of speaking in public sometimes. Just get an idea. We know most of them. They've turned in resumes and stuff. So, having said that, what I will now do is open it up for nominations. Every board member can nominate someone, they don't have to. Once we have the nominations, we will then, I'll ask the clerk to do a roll call on each person until we get somebody that gets 4 votes. Okay, everybody clear? Any problem? Okay, at this point, I'll open it up for nomination.
I'd like to nominate Jennifer Truck.
Gutierrez. Thank you. I will nominate Tom Coates.
I'd like to nominate Robert Brown.
I'd like to nominate Roberta Blaker.
Anyone else? Any other nomination? Okay, we're all set. I ask the clerk now to whatever order she chooses. And then do a roll call.
Do I go in the order that they were nominated, or does it matter?
You do whatever you want to do. Well, within reason.
Okay. Okay, go put yourself out there. All right. We're going to roll call with Robert Brown. Okay.
I'm sorry.
So is that all we do, is we just vote on,
You're going to do a roll call.
okay? This would be a roll call for appointing Robert Brown to the board of Bridgeport Board Trustee. Okay, Thayer,
No.
LaShure,
No.
Wilson,
No.
Miller, yes. Secord,
No.
Townsend,
No.
okay, now, Roberta Blinker, LaShure,
No.
Secord,
Yes.
Wilson,
No.
Thayer,
No.
Miller, no. Townsend,
No.
Jennifer, I'm sorry, I want to make sure I get the name right.
Harris.
Gutierrez. Thayer,
Yes.
LaShure,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Miller, no. Secord,
Yes.
Townsend,
Yes. Just gonna, no, I'm sorry. I was counting. That's four.
that's what.
Thank you. Okay. Bring back in, please.
Everyone?
Yes. Okay. As I stated earlier, you've all expressed a desire to help make Bridgeport a better place to live. Most of you are on some type of committee now. And hopefully you don't take it personal if you was not the person selected. Hopefully you will continue to serve Bridgeport and help in any way you can. At this point in time, I'd like to congratulate Jennifer Gutierrez as the new trustee. And looking forward to your oath of office. You come forward, please.
Sorry, can I put my back in? Okay. Okay, raise your right hand, please. Say, I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge
of trustee
of trustee
for the Charter Township of Bridgeport,
for the Charter Township of Bridgeport,
County of Saginaw,
County of Saginaw,
State of Michigan,
State of Michigan,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Might want to start down that end.
You go on down.
Keep
She
going.
can go down to the back.
Yes, we're good. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And I'm going to have those made out for you on both sides. I like to just know them also.
Okay.
Vanessa was in charge of keeping Jimmy in line. So now you have that responsibility. Okay. Again, I want to thank everybody that applied. Hopefully. Having said that, the reason I want to do that at the very last and seat the person on the board is that to do it sooner than that wouldn't be fair to them, obviously, because we had business to conduct, and it wouldn't be fair to put them in that position right now. And that's why I had the check through prior to doing the interviews. So. One thing I would like to mention is that we have, Rose mentioned at the last meeting, that we have a new accountant. Her name is Lisa Baum. She's seated over here. Very welcome addition to the township. I mentioned earlier that I was going to introduce her, and I told her I didn't want her to talk any longer than 5 or 10 minutes. I'm not. Anyway, welcome. Glad to have you here.
I'm okay, I'm good.
Stage over here.
Okay, I'm not falling off my chair. It has happened before, unfortunately.
Okay, now we're down to probably board comments, correct? Jerry?
Again, I've been in and talked to Lisa a couple times. Welcome aboard. You've done a really good job. Glad to have you aboard. Congratulations, Jennifer, on being appointed tonight. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Jennifer, you're not expected to have board comments at this point, but if you'd like to say something, go right ahead.
I've said it already, I'll say it again, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I hope to meet you guys soon.
I'm sure you will. You got to hold up to what Vanessa did an excellent job, so we can expect the same thing out of you now. Walter?
Mike, first of all, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. And congratulations on Lisa coming on board. One thing for sure, you got to slow her down. She's working me to death. But no, she does a good job. I understand what she's doing, but like I said, she piles it on, so she's gonna keep me busy, and I like that. And thank you, Rose, for helping me understand some of the confusion that I ran into. You know, Bridgeport is so blessed to have the staff that they have working for. I've never worked at a place that give their all as this place does. So we're truly blessed. And I like to congratulate each of you that ran for the position to fill this seat. It's unfortunate we didn't have 6 seats. It would have been great, but continue to support Bridgeport. This is a great town, a great place to live, and we can all make it even better. Other than that, I guess I'll shut up.
Okay.
And congratulations.
Darlene?
Okay, congratulations, if you're ready to work. One more vote, one more woman we can have on the board. I'm just wanted to mention that.
Wow. Those guys didn't even thought of that.
I did, but.
Oh, we heard it wrong.
Yeah.
But,
Hopefully he doesn't put that in the article.
I want to say thank you again for all the hard work that all the township workers do, the department heads, our police department, the fire department. Lisa's been putting a lot of work in for a long time. You know, she was just buried in those books, but she's very pleasant and does her work well, so we're glad to have her. Congratulations to you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I hope that we're all blessed with many, many good things to come up in Bridgeport. And I appreciate the people. I shouldn't say amazed, but I'm just grateful that we had 6 people that were willing to take on this responsibility and to be a part of making Bridgeport a better place. And I appreciate the fact that we had that many people.
Thank you.
So Merry Christmas. Have a good year. Hopefully have a blessed year in Bridgeport. Thank you.
Carol? Jennifer, congratulations. Welcome aboard. I have to say, Gil, Walter, we are blessed with the staff that we have here at Bridgeport. Great team throughout. Lisa, welcome aboard. Wish everyone Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Heather?
Kind of getting redundant, but obviously, yes.
I second everything everybody said.
Yeah, I second everything, yeah, throw me down for a second, but, the 6 people were interested in sitting up here, which to me is awesome. Fresh faces, experienced faces. It was so hard to sit there and try to pick one from all of you guys, and there was 6 seats. Well, 6 of you should definitely be up there, so thank you for applying for the position. Congratulations, Jennifer. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, welcome aboard Lisa, and great things to come next year. This, next year is gonna be 5 years for Bridge Fest, by the way, so hopefully if you guys are looking for more to do, come on over to the fun side. So, that's all I got.
Thank you. Rose?
You guys always cover everything before it gets to me.
Okay.
So the same thing,
You're
welcome
done.
to Jennifer, and what everybody has shared from the board with everybody that's here tonight. A couple things new for you guys that we haven't talked about yet tonight. Recycling change from waste management. Beginning the first of the year, we're going to be able to recycle more. And we're going to be able to recycle all plastics, metal, glass, paper, chipboard, cardboard, everything in one container. So we don't have to separate papers from plastics and so forth when that time comes. We also, this is going to be, this is the rules if you go by the rules. Anybody that really doesn't carry the recycle bins out to the road, they can use regular 33-gallon garbage cans, use permanent marker or paint marker with a big R, or you can come into the office and get some recyclable labels and put them on those containers if you prefer to use a garbage can. Some people have shown interest in that. They have more room alongside of their house or in their garage as opposed to the recycle bin, and they can get more in there. So we'll share more of that on Constant Contact and the web as we get closer to the new year. Pioneer Christmas was last Friday. We do have some really good things happening in Bridgeport, and it was good to see everybody that was out there. I said Chief Nelson was not able to make it to our meeting tonight, but Santa Claus was a big hit over at the fire department. So I was gonna thank our fire department staff and all the volunteers at the Historical Society for putting all this on, because it is a great thing for Bridgeport. It's their 24th year holding Pioneer Christmas, so just want to acknowledge that. Our township office tomorrow is going to close from noon to 2 instead of noon to 1, and we're going to have an employee Christmas luncheon. That extra hour being closed is going to give our employees some extra time so they're not having to rush through the food line, watch their watches and the clocks, and running back to their desk, but actually being able to sit down and enjoy each other's company. Town board also, hoping everybody can make it to that. So, I-75 billboard, DDA is having that resurfaced, and that'll be coming up in the next couple months. So anybody coming northbound lane on I-75, it's the only billboard in Bridgeport Township. That'll be looking really nice, so kind of keep your eyes open for that. Milliken House next to the Rite Aid, DDA had purchased that, and that came down today. So there is a group of stuff setting up right now that they'll be removing, but it's going to be nice. So DDA is doing a lot of positive things right now in Bridgeport, and I wish our coordinator was able to be here, but he's out of town. So, Fire Chief Pat Nelson has submitted a grant through FEMA. It's a $236,000 grant. He's hoping to get that, and we'll know more come sometime in March. So I'll share that with you as we hear more. A lot of thank yous go out to all of our employees, and And we also have to pass that back from our employees to the board because we work with fabulous people that support us and we need that support in our community. I heard some things tonight that kind of bothered me and I'm gonna share some of my feelings. I believe we do have pride in our community. Pioneer Christmas, as an example, we just had that. I've grown up and graduated here in Bridgeport and I do see growth coming. We have business growth. We don't have a lot of empty businesses anymore. I think we have to be positive out in our community. We do have a small group that continues to fight us all the way, fight our public safety assessment that we have, which is a plus for us. And I think we need to work together and stop the negative feedback. Not everybody, people thrive on that negativity, and I think we need to reverse that. And I think that if we start to remain positive and start talking good things about our community and working together as a team, even in our schools, we may have some stuff going on in our schools, but they're trying really hard to pull them back around. And I think that if anybody in the community is out there being negative and they're talking negative, people are gonna feed on that. The news is gonna feed on that, and they're gonna look down on Bridgeport. And I think it's time to stop that. We've had enough of that. I think it's time to start looking to see what we can do working together. I think we're on the right path, and I just wanna share that. I like a couple of the comments about respecting our board and respecting the people. We do have a great little town, and I think that we need to continue moving forward. So I just want to share those feelings, so thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Gotta get Darlene out of here by 7 o'clock.
She's first at 7 o'clock, first concert.
Again, I congratulate Jennifer. The lights down at the bridge, our water department people, for the most part, done an excellent job. That really looks nice down there. We send out in constant contact Charlie McLeod. Again, this year made the wreath, and looks really nice. The decorations and the excuse me, on Dixie Highway, I mentioned before that the TV put up, look a lot better than the stars that we used to have up there. So we're constantly working on improvements into the township board, the DDA. And we've also spent some time, Rose and I have had conversation with the superintendent of schools, Tom Hill. Our chief of police has had some conversation with them, so we are in fact working with the schools. We work with the DDA, we work with the Chamber of Commerce, and we all depend on each other in some fashion. So we're trying our best to get those things coordinated and again, work on the positive things. And I think we've got a lot of positive things going. We're not New York City yet, but we have a nice, pleasant community. I don't think there's too many spots in Bridgeport that you have to be concerned about walking around town after dark, like some communities have. Our police do an excellent job. I want to thank the board. You've been great to work with. Another year, you make my job as supervisor a lot easier. Along with our manager, Rose, who's excellent to work with. Our new accountant. To tell the story of myself, I saw her desk, you know, and I have a desk at home, a little office, my little cave, whatever. And sometimes my wife gets on me about, why don't you straighten up your desk? You know? And then I tell her that a neat desk is a sign of a sick mind. And I mentioned that to Lisa. I know, but she didn't take offense to it. I was only kidding. But one day my granddaughters came over, and I was gone that afternoon for a while, and I got back, and they said, "Papa, come on, we want to show you something." Oh, what? You know, they took me down. They straightened up my desk while I was gone. I think it took about 2 weeks to find everything. Eventually found it off. But with that, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a safe holiday. Again, and as some of you have indicated, possibly a on other council members of some of the boards or commissions or whatever. Definitely keep that in mind as we move forward with these openings. And again, appreciate you putting in. I made the comment, I didn't think there were 6 crazy people in Bridgeport that would want to sit on the board. But anyway, again, we appreciate it. Looking forward to working with all of you. All right. Don't we want to make a
Make a motion to adjourn.